Of all the Harry Potter stories, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix most closely resembles a Bildungsroman, a novel about the moral and psychological growth of its main character. Another expression for this is coming of age. While many associate coming of age with the themes of the movie American Pie, it is really about growing into the responsibility of adulthood. An adult must not just bear all consequences, they must own them. Of course, in Harry Potter, the forces of evil bring suffering to anyone who stands in their way. Acting as an adult has horrible, even fatal consequences. At the end of Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, Dumbledore warns Harry about this reality.
Dark and difficult times lie ahead. Soon we must all face the choice between what is right and what is easy.
In the Order of the Phoenix, acting as an adult is choosing what is right, and choosing what is right is explored in terms of caring. The central question is it worthwhile to care about anybody else? For the first time in the series, Harry lets his perfect composure yield to anger, though not without reason. He was powerless to stop Cedric Diggory's murder. Few people believe his claim that Voldemort has returned. His dreams suggest a connection between himself and the Dark Lord. In spite of standing at the center of the impending war, he is denied entry to the Order of the Phoenix for being too young. And when he seeks answers from Dumbledore, he finds Dumbledore won't even acknowledge him. So while Harry is trying very hard to care, he is stymied at every turn. Harry's troubles are compounded by the cowardly policies of the Ministry of Magic. Minister Cornelius Fudge fears the very idea of Voldemort's return so much that he suppresses speech of it, including at Hogwarts. The minister appoints the smirking fascist Dolores Umbridge as the defense against the dark arts teacher. When Harry tells the truth about Voldemort's return, Umbridge tortures him by forcing him to magically carve the ironic line, "I must not tell lies," into his own hand. Harry endures the torture silently. Hermione cannot understand. She believes he should go to the school authorities, as it is their job to prevent such malevolence. And though she's not wrong, Harry understands that he must not let Umbridge win. He is telling the truth, and more importantly, he is affirming his ability to choose what's right. But Harry's battles with Umbridge don't end there. In true big government fashion, Umbridge forces the students not to take responsibility for themselves.
It is the view of the ministry that a theoretical knowledge will be sufficient to get you through your examinations, which after all is what school is all about.
As more news suggests Voldemort is back, the students find themselves coddled in a safe space where no practical magic will be learned. So the bravest students seek out Harry to teach them to throw down. After some encouragement, Harry founds Dumbledore's army and teaches them everything he knows. Even the School of Hogwarts, a metaphor for the spirit of learning, provides them with the space and resources to level up. Over Christmas break, Harry tells Sirius about his anger and his dreams.
The world isn't split into good people and Death Eaters. We've all got both light and dark inside us. What matters is the part we choose to act on.
Umbridge finally catches Dumbledore's army. Dumbledore, knowing he can't fight evil from inside Azkaban, retreats from Hogwarts. Umbridge tortures nearly everyone in Dumbledore's army. So Harry blames himself and questions whether he should have taught anybody anything. But Harry hasn't stopped caring because Voldemort lures him to the Ministry of Magic using a false vision of torturing Sirius. Harry's bravest friends follow him to the Ministry. There they obtain the prophecy about who will destroy the Dark Lord. They fight the Death Eaters who wish to retrieve the prophecy, and nearly lose. Then the Order of the Phoenix comes to the rescue. During the battle, Sirius is killed, and so Harry loses the last of his family. In a fit of wrath, Harry uses the Cruciatus Curse on Sirius's murder, Bellatrix Lestrange. Harry is at his lowest, and Voldemort knows it, choosing to appear and tempt Harry to torture Bellatrix with greater malice. Then Dumbledore arrives and duels Voldemort. Seeing that he cannot defeat the Great Headmaster, Voldemort possesses Harry. He mocks Harry and reinforces Harry's self-doubt by inserting his own image where Harry's face should be. The implication is we are the same, which is Harry's greatest fear. This scene is brilliant because this is how 99% of evil is fought in the real world. In most stories, the battle between good and evil is settled with a gunfight or the slaying of a monster. In real life, the battle is internal. It's not sexy. It's either resisting temptation or resisting the temptation not to care. But in the Order of the Phoenix, the showdown with Voldemort is the battle with temptation. That Voldemort is magically inside Harry's consciousness is merely symbolic of that perpetual battle. During the possession, Dumbledore reminds Harry that the difference between Harry and Voldemort is that Harry chooses to care nearly every time. Conversely, Voldemort is a monster because he chooses never to care about anybody else. He treats everybody else with contempt, including his most loyal servants. And while he fancies himself the greatest wizard of all time, he is a slave to the temptation not to care, to the love of the self. If Harry gives in, Voldemort might let him die and escape his agony. Yet upon seeing his friends, Harry recalls the joy of loving and being loved, and decides that love is worth the pain. With this strength, Harry flings Voldemort from his soul and denies temptation from imposing its will on him. And so Voldemort has met his match. For the rest of the Harry Potter series, Voldemort fears Harry's power over him, and never again tries to link their minds. Additionally, he can neither turn Harry to his nihilistic love of power, nor break Harry's conviction for love. All he can do now is kill Harry Potter. He doesn't realize that Harry is more dangerous than ever. Harry will choose to care, even if it means facing horror and death. Harry Potter has come of age. Thanks for watching. Please leave a comment below and subscribe if you want to see more.